Welcome back to my channel, guys. So I had a subscriber ask me a really interesting question. She was asking if I could give her luxury from a minimalist perspective, like do a video on that. And I thought that was really interesting because I have to say, first and foremost, I don't live like a really luxurious, glamorous, crazy lifestyle. I have a handful of nice items, but I guess in some of my videos, depending on what the background is, it might look like I have a lot more luxurious stuff, but I really don't. And so I thought it would be kind of an interesting video to just give you my take on how to balance luxury or glam or whatever you want to call it with minimalism. So not going over the top and having a ton of stuff, but still having really nice stuff and still feeling like you have some luxury that you can enjoy in your life and save money and not have clutter and all of that kind of stuff. So today's video is going to be basically just a walk through my place, talking my way through things, and just kind of giving you my perspective, I guess, on luxury items, luxury lifestyle, I guess, and minimalism. Okay, so I thought I would start in the living room because this room kind of exemplifies the majority of how I live my life, which is basically very simple, very clutter-free, nothing on the walls, no extra decor. Literally the only thing I have in my house is that clock and the one picture hanging up in my bedroom. But I basically just keep things really clean and really simple. I do add a little bit of like chicness, I guess, into my house, hence the name of my channel, Simple But Chic. So I do have like a nice little cheap candle from Walmart. This guy here was literally about $19. And then I just have a little vase of hydrangeas, which I've had for a really, really long time. Hydrangeas are my favorite flower. I think they're so pretty. But that's about it. I just keep it very simple. I don't like a lot of extra stuff. I don't like extra clutter. And I just try to keep things very clean and clutter-free. Every single morning I get up and wipe down all of the surfaces in my living room and my kitchen to keep things looking shiny and clean and simple, because that's what brings me peace of mind and that's what makes me happy, is when my house is in this kind of condition. So today's a day off for me and my daughter is at her dad's. If she was home, it would be a little bit noisier in here and she'd probably be on the couch with a blanket. She might be having a bowl of cereal, but that's really about as messy as it ever gets in my living room. And that's how I've kind of trained her to be. She can make as big of a mess in her room as she wants, but she has to make an effort to keep the living room clean. And because she's 10 years old, she's getting a little bit more mature, and that's getting a little bit easier for her to do. Moving on to the front foyer, there's not a lot going on here. As you can see, it's so basic. There's like, in fact, it's almost basic to a fault. Like nothing fancy, nothing really glamorous. I just keep literally only the essentials. I was telling you guys I would like to get a plant or something, or maybe some sort of little decorative object for that area there. Otherwise, this area is pretty much going to stay the same. Otherwise, that's it. And then we have some badminton rackets in the corner because we recently started playing badminton because of the whole isolation thing. Gives us something to do in the evening. This is just a quick basic overview of the kitchen. I'm not going to go into super detail because I've shown you guys this before. But again, the way that I keep things kind of, I don't want to say chic because it's not even chic, but the way that I keep things nice looking or pretty is just by having everything nice and clean and clutter free. I don't like a lot of stuff sitting on my counters. This is all you will ever see on my counter unless I'm cooking something. There's literally nothing else out because I like it to be peaceful and calming like that. I did just do the dishes, so we've got a sink full of dishes, but other than that, it's pretty basic. We also have a really old stove. I am renting, so this stove is as old as can be, but I'm not a stove snob. I really don't care. Like if my landlord said, hey, do you want a stainless steel stove? I'd be like, no, this one's okay. This one works. And then just on my counter, I have a Keurig coffee maker, some fruit, and my coffee that I am sipping on. As for decor, I keep that very simple as well. I do like to have plants around. So I have one really big plant sitting in the corner of my kitchen, which you guys have seen before. He's getting a little bit excessive. Like he's not really a minimal plant, you could say, because he's just about as tall as I am and he's like crazy. But it is the only main like centerpiece or focus of this open area. And then I just have my camera, I have my computer, my laptop, and my notebooks and stuff set up here because this is kind of like my workstation. I do stuff for my actual job at home here. I do stuff for YouTube here, and I bum around here and have coffee and watch YouTube when I'm bored as well. This is also where I have breakfast. I spend a good chunk of my time on these chairs, and forgive the condition of the chairs because some of you will know my cats have destroyed the chairs, unfortunately. But again, that's something I'm not like, oh my God, I have to go out and get new chairs. They look okay from a distance, and I'm just not in a hurry to replace them. So when it comes to the bathroom, this is actually one of my favorite rooms in the house because it is a little bit more pretty or glamorous in here, even though it's nothing special. I just have the towels hung up. I always make sure the towels are hung up because that makes the room look so much nicer and more neat. I absolutely despise when there's towels like hanging over the side of the shower or just kind of lazily thrown about the rack. I like them to be folded and look nice. And actually, this one's not even folded that well, but that's okay. So it's folded. And then on the counter, I just keep it really simple, clean, not a lot of clutter. And I like to have stuff that is essential, that is functional, but I make sure those items look nice as well. So that helps me to make sure that my place looks nice and has a little bit of an element of glamour, but without being too cluttered or having useless stuff sitting around. So one thing I love that I told you guys about before is this tray that I got from Amazon. Really inexpensive. It's not real metal. It's plastic, I think. But I initially got this tray to put my perfumes on, and it ended up being kind of a weird shape. It didn't really work, but it looked perfect in the bathroom. So I just keep it in the bathroom, and I just think it adds an antique charm and a beautiful kind of antique charm, but without being clutter. You know, it doesn't look like clutter to me. I'm absolutely in love actually with my bathroom, honestly, and it's really nothing special. So my bedroom is where you guys probably see the bulk of my videos filmed because I do a lot of filming in my bedroom. This is where my perfumes are. This is where all of my shoes are and all of that kind of stuff. So this is a common background for many of my videos, of course, especially since I've been talking about perfumes a lot lately. So I guess the background would make it look like, oh, you've got all this luxury stuff, but I really don't. What I do is I actually display my favorite luxury items out here, but this is pretty much it. Like, aside from the Louboutin shoes and the Chanel handbag, I don't have a lot of really expensive high-end stuff. Yeah, I just like to keep these ones out here because they look pretty. So ways that I add a little bit of sophistication or chicness to my bedroom decor is by having stuff that's pretty. Doesn't have to be super high end, but I just keep my favorite stuff out on display. So instead of having like my watches and stuff put away in a jewelry box, I keep them out here because they look nice out here. It adds a little bit of glam to my bedroom, but without being over the top. Literally the only thing I bought was this tray from Walmart, which was very inexpensive. And then I just put my very minimal amount of jewelry that I have on top of it. I live 99.9% of my life as a minimalist, meaning I don't have a lot of extra stuff. I don't have a lot of clutter. I don't keep things around. I keep things very simple and very organized. But you guys know that my recent hobby, my more recent passion is fragrances. I've really found a love in perfumery and in studying fragrances and collecting them and creating a nice little collection for myself. So that to me doesn't mean I'm being maximal. To me, that just means this is my hobby. And for you, whatever that is, if your hobby is photography, crafts, if your hobby is travel, whatever, I think that you should feel like you can spend the money and the time and do a lot of that stuff and get a lot of that stuff and not really feel like you're being maximal about it, because that's the thing that moves you. That's the thing that excites you. So this is an overview of my closet. And so again, my closet isn't really cluttered. I don't have a ton of stuff, but the stuff that I have is all something I use and something I love. I do believe in having quality over quantity. So I'd rather get, a few handbags that I really like that I'm going to put to a lot of use than have a whole bunch of little handbags that I'm not really going to be using. I think a lot of people look at my shoes and they're like, that's not very minimal. Well, no, it's not super minimal in the amount of the shoes I have, but it's minimal in the functionality of the shoes. So for instance, I only have nude shoes and black shoes for the most part because they go with everything. That way I'm not having to buy numerous pairs of shoes to go with different outfits. There's a time and a place for different outfits. It just wouldn't work. If you are the type of person who can have one dress and that dress does every occasion for you, that's fantastic. I can't do that. I feel that you need a different dress for meeting the parents, going out for brunch, going on a date to someplace classy, going on a date to someplace a little bit more casual, traveling, the beach, every day around town. So for me, you do need different outfits for different occasions. So clothing is one area that I'm not super minimal on, but at the same time, if you look at it, I only have 11 tops or something, so I really don't even have that much clothes. And I do feel that you need different dresses for different occasions. I feel like I have a pretty well-rounded amount of dresses to take me through any occasion that might come up. And summer, evening, daytime, nighttime, yeah, I don't think it's really that excessive. So when it comes to handbags, this is the tote that I like to use in the summer and spring for everyday, carries everything, everything fits in it. I have a couple of smaller bags that I can use for like daytime, going shopping or something like that if I'm on vacation. They don't really hold that much, but they're just kind of cute. Over here, I have a couple of wallets and another cute, kind of a different style of a day bag, a faux alligator print one. And that's because I do like to have a little bit of variety. And again, like I said, I don't think one handbag suits every situation. So again, when it comes to handbags, I don't think you can have just one for every single occasion. I think that you need to have a couple of choices to round out things you might need to do, places you might need to go. As far as luxury handbags, this is probably the most expensive bag I have, and it is the only one that I really care for. It's not like every month I'm saying, oh, I'm gonna go buy a new Chanel bag or something. I mean, it's fine if you do, and if I had millions of dollars at my disposal, I probably would. But honestly, this is like my dream handbag in the perfect color. I love it. And I just don't see the need to have 5 or 6 different colors of Chanel handbag. I just really love that one. And that was kind of like on my list, on my dream list for a really, really long time. And I'm quite happy with it. So even though it is luxury, it's still minimal luxury. When it comes to luxury shoes, this is the most expensive pair of shoes that I have, and again, I only use these for special occasions, but I love these shoes, and when I wear them, they make me feel like $1,000,000. So because I don't get an opportunity to wear them all that often, I like to keep them displayed, because then I can look at them, and it makes me happy, and it gives me some enjoyment out of them without actually being able to wear them every day. The corner there, I came across to the other side of the room to give you a better look, but that corner is kind of like my luxury corner, if you want to call it that, because literally that's all the luxury stuff I have. Fragrances, shoes, handbags, pretty picture, like that is it. I don't have this stuff all over the place. That is like my most prized possessions kind of thing, and every time I look at it, it makes me happy. And it inspires me, and I think it's just beautiful. I love, aside from the laundry hamper, I love looking at that kind of stuff. It makes me happy. But I also want to keep it clutter-free and simple, and you know, so I don't have a lot of knickknacks lying around. I like to keep it pretty plain. I may add a shelf somewhere at some point. So I've kind of created that as like my little luxury corner, and I would encourage you to do the same. I feel that my bed does look fairly plush and fairly luxurious because of the fabrics that I've chosen to use and the headboard that I chose, but at the same time, it's still very simple, and there's still really nothing going on. Like, it's so basic, but yet it's cozy and to me feels a little bit glamorous. So, you know, I swapped out my salt lamp and I got this lamp, which I still, oops, sorry, I'm pointing at my door. I'm not looking what I'm doing. I do still really love salt lamps, but I thought I would get this crystal lamp just to add a little bit of glamour. So something as simple as swapping out a lamp can make a big difference and make your room feel a little bit more luxurious, but without having to add a whole bunch of stuff or spend a whole bunch of money. For me, this is like my little touch of luxury within my house, and it's probably the only place in my house that you would look at and say, oh, you have really nice stuff. The rest of my house is so basic and so plain, honestly. Yeah, so there's the big secret when I'm doing my perfume videos. I don't just have like a closet full of luxury items. It is so basic, literally. I have one high-end luxury bag, that is it. Yeah, so I would encourage you that if you want to balance luxury and minimalism in your own life, I guess this is how I've figured out how to do it. I just put my stuff out here that I like to look at that makes me happy. It's like my little touch of, it's my little mini department store within my house, and it's nothing extravagant. I use everything that's there. At the same time, it's very, very simple and very, very minimal. So there you have it. My life and my bedroom and everything else is pretty basic, really. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. And if you haven't already subscribed, consider doing so that you don't miss any future content. And I'm going to see you guys all next time.